Hello and welcome to the video on best finger detection for fingerprint-based authentication. In this video, we will explain the procedure for best finger detection for fingerprint-based authentication. The best finger for a resident is the one that provides the best chance of successful authentication when used for Aadhaar authentication. The best finger to be used for authentication depends on the intrinsic qualities of the finger like ridge formation, wear and tear, cracks, as well as the quality of images captured during enrollment process and the authentication transaction. Since many residents in India are engaged in manual labor, the quality of fingerprints varies considerably even among the fingers of the same resident. So, it is important to identify the best finger or fingers to improve authentication accuracy. Hence, we need to be more inclusive in supporting Aadhaar authentication across all sections of society. In order to determine the best fingers, we need to follow carefully the process of finger capture, which includes 4 stages. Capture one finger at a time in the order specified in the BFD figure. Ensure that the fingers are labeled correctly. As a best practice, the following order is suggested: left middle, left index, left thumb, right index and right middle finger. If best fingers is not detected in stage 1, collect all 10 fingerprints. As a best practice, the following order is suggested: left little, left ring, left middle, left index, left thumb, right index, right middle finger, right ring finger, and right little finger. Once the best attempt is captured for all fingers, the application constructs the packet as per the BFD API specifications and invokes the BFD API through the AUA server similar to authentication. Based on the response, provide a printed receipt to the resident indicating the best fingers of the resident. In case the best fingers are not detected, even after providing all 10 fingers, the resident can be directed to attempt the process again, or they may be directed to take appropriate action as per the AUA's guidance. The BFD server at UIDAI processes incoming requests to look for the best fingers among incoming fingers. The best finger process is expected to indicate all good fingers except the best fingers and to suggest actions if no good fingers are found. The resident is expected to use his or her fingers in the order of rank for authentication. The BFD application must be able to distinguish between a finger that was not sent for BFD and a finger that was found to be of poor quality. Here are some return codes and their descriptions. Return code 00 indicates the ranks 1 and 2, which indicate the resident's 2 best fingers. Other fingers that can also be used for authentication are ranked in ascending order. Fingers not ranked cannot be used for authentication. Return code 01 indicates quality of enrolled fingers is not good to achieve authentication. Resident can improve their chances by updating their biometrics through refresh biometric. Return code 03 indicates BFD capture quality was poor. The resident should try BFD with an emphasis on capture quality. Return code 99 indicates resident finger quality is not good for authentication. Resident should be authenticated using other modalities. Operator is expected to examine all 10 fingers of the resident. In case the fingers are excessively dry, wipe with wet cloth. In case the fingers are excessively wet, wipe and dry cloth. Or in case the fingers are not clean with dust, oil or grease, the operator can request the resident to clean the fingers. Cleaning the glass top of the scalp scanner wipes away the prints of the previous user or resident. Resident or operator should clearly know which finger to capture, and it should be visible on screen. There must be an option to rescan after the capture is complete. Capture high-quality fingers in up to 3 attempts and pick the highest NFIQ image, if possible, NFIQ 1 or 2. Application should remember the finger position because it has to be sent alongside NIST fingerprint image quality for every finger as part of BFD API input. Application must have the capability for local matching to avoid the same finger from being sent in different positions and to also ensure that the same finger is indeed used during multiple attempts. Applications should send only templates and not images. Provide for exception handling where the resident may not have all 10 fingers. This can be achieved by providing a skip flag for every missing finger. Application must not store any unencrypted data that involves resident information, including biometrics. The BFD application must provide a printed receipt UI indicating BFD output details, preferably with a picture of the hand. Receipts must include the rank of each response as well as any action codes or messages, if any. Improve authentication reliability by providing feedback regarding capture quality by submitting minutiae records with a very small number of minutiae points risk unsuccessful authentication. Headers of the ISO minutiae record provide information related to a number of minutiae points. When less than 20 minutiae points are captured, the operator should capture once again in order to capture more minutiae points. Up to 3 capture attempts can be conducted in order to increase the number of minutiae points in the captured image. During multiple attempts, a simplified 2-finger scheme can be implemented. By retaining the last captured fingerprint minutiae in memory, the application can only request one best finger at a time from the resident and form 2-finger authentication requests. A sample capture the flow process is indicated below. Capture 1. First best finger, single finger authentication transaction. If failed, capture 2. Second best finger, 2-finger authentication transaction using capture 1 and capture 2. If failed, capture 3. First best finger, 2-finger authentication transaction using capture 2 and capture 3. If failed, capture 4. Second best finger, 2-finger authentication transaction using capture 3 and capture 4. If failed, invoke exception handling process. The application must not store any unencrypted data that includes resident information. Biometrics should never be stored in non-volatile storage. The resident is expected to place the finger on the sensor plate. The resident should place the finger as straight as possible and should be able to apply mild pressure in order to enable good capture quality. The sensor must be mounted on the device in a manner that ensures good quality of capture in both tabletop mode and handheld mode. With this, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you have understood the procedure for best finger detection for fingerprint-based authentication. Thank you.